The
The
presentation
presentation
topic
topic
of my group is
is
protection of fish from
from
Salmonella.
Salmonella.
We
We
shall
shall
discuss
discuss
about the
about the
biosecurity,
biosecurity,
water
water
quality,
quality,
and
and
hygiene
hygiene
strategies.
strategies.
What
What
shall we
shall we
cover?
cover?
We
We
will
will
cover
cover
about
about
the
the
meaning of
meaning of
Salmonella,
Salmonella,
contamination
contamination
pathways,
pathways,
prevention and
prevention and
biosecurity.
biosecurity.
একটা বাদ দিয়ে বাকিগুলো পুরো সাইলেন্ট করে দাও।
Monitoring and standards will also
Also
be
be
described.
described.
Pathogen
Pathogen
and biology, why it matters, how it enters farming systems, then
then
water,
water,
feed,
feed,
hygiene
hygiene
and
and
stocking,
stock.
testing,
Testing,
cold
cold
chain
chain
and regulations also.
Salmonella is a born bacterial pathogen. It is increasingly detected in farm and wild fish, shellfish, and aquaculture environments. A global food safety priority is also focused on Salmonella. Salmonella remains among the leading causes of bacterial foodborne illness worldwide and seafood, including farm fish, which is recognized transmission route when hygiene controls fail. There is a brief biology of Salmonella. Gram-negative knot, then thousands of servers, two, uh, over 2,500 known servers, and several strongly associated with aquatic environments. Can persist to extend periods in pond sediment, water columns, organic matter. Temperature, it is also, Salmonella bacteria is also temperature sensitive. Contaminated water sources, runoff from livestock operations, sewage intrusion, untreated intake waters, also contaminated feed, human and handling practices, wild vectors. From this type of resources, the Salmonella can be contaminated to the fishes. Farm to fork contamination pathway. First of all, water or feed they transmits into farming system. Then when we harvest and transport it, the processing facility depends how it contaminate in the consumers. Impact on fish health and welfare. Farm level consequences are reduced growth rates and feed efficiency, product rejection and processing or export. Then costly recalls, reputational damage, regulatory penalties for repeated violations. Observable symptoms: lethargy and reduced feeding response, abdominal distension of hemorrhage, increased opportunist mortality, visible surface lesions in severe cases. Public health: the human connection with the fish. Farm level biosecurity is the single most effective safeguard against downstream human health incidents. If we talk about the contamination, first of all, people is the main reason for the contamination of fishes. Uh, because Salmonella can survive on fish surfaces and within the gut, undercooked or contaminated seafood is recognized vehicle for human salmonellosis, and illness typically involve diarrhea, fever, and abdominal cramps. Water quality management to prevent salmonella. Source water treatment, recirculating system control, routine water testing. The targeted parameters are dissolved oxygen, pH stability, ammonia and nitrite, fecal coliform indicators, pond and system hygiene practices. Remove uneaten feed and organic sludge on routine schedule. Disinfect in nets, tanks, and pools between uses and between batches. Maintain proper drainage to avoid stagnant water pockets. Control access of birds and rodents around culture systems. Isolate fluid sediment before on reusing and train step on personal hygiene before handling fish or equipment. Feed safety and quality control. First of all, safe sourcing are certified treated feed ingredients. Then verified supplier quality assurance records, seed graded feed storage, regular expiration and equality checks. Risk factors to avoid. Untreated animal byproduct meals, feed exposed to rodents or wild birds, moisture buildup enable bacteria growth, reuse packing without sanitization, stocking density and stress reduction. Overcrowding, overcrowding elevates stress hormones, suppresses immune response and increases organic waste, all of which favor bacterial persistence and spread within a system. The lower the stress, the stronger the immune system builds. A well-managed appropriately stocked system is the first line of defense against the opportunistic pathogens like Salmonella. Probiotics and biological control. There are three main topics which we can include: beneficial bacteria, bacteriophage therapy, organic acid additives, broodstock screening, then juvenile vaccination, then nutritional support, and at last post-vaccination monitoring, biosecurity, and quarantine protocols. Quarantine meals stock before introduction to main systems. Then the step comes restrict and lock visitor and vehicle access to farm sites. Use dedicated equipment per pond or system to avoid cross use. Then establishing food baths and disinfection stations at entry points, then maintaining buffer zones from other livestock operations, and at last, documenting and acting on any disease event promptly. Monitoring and testing protocols according to the researchers. Consistent schedule testing at multiple points like water, feed, and fish tissue, which allows early detection before contamination spreads through a system. A graph of the testings are described here. Post-harvest handling hygiene, on-site practices, processing facility controls. Cold chain and store integrity is the main point and main way to uh, prevent salmonella. First of all, recommended chilled storage range to slow bacterial multiplication. The recommended temperature is 0 to 4 degrees Celsius. Then target time from harvest to initial cooling under good practices is need to be below 2 hours. Standard freezer benchmark for extended frozen storage must be minus 18 degrees Celsius at least. Regulatory standards and guidelines. There are framework focus area relevant to Salmonella control. HACCP in the process based on salmon hazard control, identifies critical control points across farming and processing. Codex Alimentaris international food standards based focuses on the international food standards, guides hygienic practice for fish and fishery products. Then national food safety authorities, they focus on import or export and market compliance. They set pathogen testing and reporting requirements. Good aquaculture practice or that on they focus on farm management standards, then establishes biosecurity and sanitization benchmarks. And at last, we have came to the conclusion how to protect fish and protect people from salmonella. Prevention beats correction. Source level controls on water, feed, and hygiene stop contamination before it starts. Monitor continuously. Routine testing at multiple points enables early detection and rapid response. Then the chain doesn't end at harvest. Cold chain integrating and processing hygiene in protect fish quality all the way to the consumer. At last, we can say that Salmonella is a disastrous uh, bacteria for fish. They also contaminate human also, but um, curing is not as suitable than preventing to Salmonella. Sir, we think we have finished our presentation discussion. If you have any kind of questions, please ask us.
আমাদের ওকে বড় সমস্যা ছিল হলো রাইসুল আর ইসা দুজন একই রুমে বসা, তাই না?
Yes, sir. My audio connection is disrupting.
সেজন্য দুইজন একই রুমে কাছাকাছি বসি, একবার রাইসুলের মোবাইলে যায়, একবার এটার জন্য আমাদের একটু শুনতে খুবই সমস্যা হয়। সেজন্য দুজন ভিন্ন রুমে বা এইভাবে করলে ভালো হইতো, অথবা রাইসুলেরটা অন করে তোমার মোবাইলটাকে সাইলেন্ট করে দিতে, তাইলে আর সমস্যা হইতো না। বুঝতে পারছো? এবার আগে বলছো যাও, স্লাইডে যাও। আর তোমারটা অনেকে রিডিং করে গেছো, না বুঝে রিডিং করে গেছো, অনেকের উচ্চারণের সমস্যা, সেজন্য আগে যাও। আরো আগে যেতে বললাম, আর কি আগে যাও, আরো আগে। বায়োসিকিউরিটি কাকে বলে? সে আগে স্লাইডে এখানে এখানে দেখো, এখানে বায়োসিকিউরিটি কি বুঝো?
বায়োসিকিউরিটি বলতে বোঝায় স্যার বায়োলজিক্যালি কিভাবে স্যার সালমোনেলা থেকে সিকিউরিটি ক্রিয়েট করা যায়, প্রিভেন্ট করা যায়।
যেমন এস্টাবলিশ ফুড বাথ, এটা কি বুঝাচ্ছো?
জি স্যার।
এই যে তুমি লেখছো না এস্টাবলিশ ফুড বাথ এন্ড ডিসইনফেকশন স্টেশন এট এন্ট্রি পয়েন্ট, এটা কি বুঝাচ্ছো?
স্যার ফুড বাথ বলতে আর হচ্ছে ডিসইনফেকশন বলতে স্যার ওদের যে হচ্ছে ফুড থাকে স্যার, ফুড গুলোকে ডিসইনফেকশন করতে হয়। আর হচ্ছে
কার ফুড?
স্যার ফিশের ফুড স্যার, সালমোনেলা স্যার। জি স্যার, ফুড ওয়াটারের মাধ্যমে স্যার কন্টামিনেশন হয় স্যার।
ফুড মানে কি
স্যার? ফুড খাদ্য স্যার।
হ্যাঁ,
খাদ্য।
ফুড মানে খাদ্য নাকি পায়ের পাতা? তুমি যে এস্টাবলিশ ফুড বাথ লেখছো, এই যে দেখো 5 নাম্বার, এখানে তো প্রথম তিনটা মাঝখানে দিকে এস্টাবলিশ ফুড বাথ, এখানে ফুড বলতে তুমি খাদ্য বুঝাইছো?
না স্যার, এখানে খাদ্য বোঝানো হয় নাই স্যার।
এস্টাবলিশ ফুড বাথ এন্ড ডিসইনফেকশন বলতে কি বুঝাইছো বলো? আরো আগে যাও। ব্যাকটেরিয়া থেরাপি ব্যাকটেরিওফাজ থেরাপি এটা কি বলো?
Sir,